introduce yourself, tell us who you are, and why you were looking for help to begin with.
Okay, my name is Mike Silverberg. I initially wanted to find help with my marriage. It was basically one of the reasons I was looking for help. My relationship was struggling due to a lot of other things that were happening in my life, and I was just looking for answers, and this popped up and on a news feed, and figured I'd check it out, and it just resonated with me and made a connection.
Okay. What types of things had you tried before you found me?
I had seen a life coach for a while. We had tried some marriage counseling for a brief period of time, but due to the loss of my son, we stopped with the counseling, and it just never seemed to work out as far as that went. It just didn't really seem to be getting anything from that.
Okay. What was your end objective for the relationship?
I wanted to rekindle the marriage and, get back to where we were happy and communicating. I wanted to, get back to the loving, happy marriage that we were in before.
Okay. What were the problems in the marriage that you were looking to solve?
I think the biggest one was probably communication. We didn't communicate well, and we just didn't seem to have a lot of things on the same page. I'm not sure really how to put this. I thought I was doing everything correctly. I thought I was being loving, happy husband, and just through different things in my personality, as far as being sarcastic and liking to joke around and things of that nature, I never realized that was triggering her and pushing her away.
Okay.
When for me, it was always, I was just it's just who I was. I was happy, and it's just kind of, how I was. She took it as a personal attack, and to this day still feels like it was a personal attack.
Okay. And what were your frustrations that you were having?
Just that complete lack of communication and just lack of contact. I mean, we were in the house living as two strangers.
Okay.
Completely different people in the same house. And, recently, last summer, I, ended up with full custody of my daughter. So she moved in, and it just seemed everything just kind of escalated from there.
Okay.
It seemed to, what was a mild issue kind of just said, okay, and it brought everything to the light.
Okay. And where did you say you first found out about me?
On Facebook.
Okay.
I saw it on a mutual person's post.
Okay. And what was it that piqued your interest?
It's just the whole spiritual aspect of everything, because it seems like that was something that's been lacking in my life for a long time. It's just that whole spiritual connection, and just not being able to connect on a personal level for myself, and not being and just looking for spiritual growth as well.
Okay. What results have you seen since you started working with me?
On a personal level, I feel amazing. I think I've grown tremendously on a personal level. I'm more aware of things that I do and what I say, and just everything about myself. I feel more confident. I just believe in myself more, and I believe in the ultimately things are happening for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they absolutely are happening for a reason, and I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be good. No matter what happens, I'm going to land on my feet, and I'm going to be good.
So
And that's really,
what areas of your relationship and your life have improved, and by how much?
my life has improved on a personal note. Personally, I feel like I've improved tremendously as far as spiritual growth, just understanding, relationship wise. She's probably more stubborn than I am, and I can't, and I'm to the point where I'm okay. It's what it is, what it is. She's making these choices for herself, and I can't control that anymore. And I always felt that I had some sort of control. I've given up that control and trying to control other people.
That's the first step.
It doesn't work. It's a huge step for me because I've always been the fixer and the pleaser, and how can I fix this? What can I do to make this better? And I've always done that since I was a kid. And in a divorced parents, when I was a kid, somebody had to take care of mom, and it was me. Everybody else kind of just fended for themselves, and I was always the one trying to put the Band-Aid on the situation, make everybody else feel good. And it didn't work for me because I was never looking to take care of myself.
Right. So why do you think you've improved so much?
Because I'm looking to take care of myself. And I know that doing for me is going to help other people around me. And if it doesn't, they weren't meant to be in my life. That I just need to be positive for me and live my best life.
Okay.
And,
why did you decide to work with me?
When we first talked, I felt that connection immediately. I mean, we just, you don't take any of my crap, which is a good thing because, and it just seems like, we just seem to have that connection.
Okay. What kind of kicked you over the fence, so to speak?
I don't know. To be honest with you, it was just kind of a feeling more than anything. It was just more of a feeling that, this is, somebody that's going to be able to help me with me. And if the relationship works, great. That was the ultimate goal. But after a while, for me, it wasn't so much the ultimate goal anymore.
Okay. Would you recommend other people to work with me?
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
And who do you think I'd be a good fit to work with?
I don't know. Anybody that's looking for spiritual growth, looking for the answers for the questions that they've always had and just haven't been able to figure out on their own. People that are trying to figure everything out on their own, which was me. I was trying to figure out everything on my own, and people that just kind of run around and go, oh, if I do this, maybe I'll do this, and just, somebody that needs guidance and direction, definitely. Okay. Anybody that needs a little bit of, hey, why don't you stop doing what you're doing and banging your head against the wall and try this. Anybody that's looking for that type of guidance and connection.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you very much, Mike. I'm grateful that I was able to help you and bring you along as much as I have so far.
No, absolutely. No, I appreciate everything. I mean, it's been awesome. It's been a crazy journey for me with everything that's happened. Ultimately, everything that has happened, I think a lot of it's my fault. Actually, all
we are our own worst enemies sometimes.
I absolutely am, because it's easy for me to just slip back into those ways and try to fix things and try to control things from my end. And every time I do, it blows up in my face. And,
exactly.
I'm learning.
And why would you recommend that people make a decision to work with me now rather than waiting till later?
I think the earlier you get in, the better. I think this program would be ideal for anybody that's just starting out. I'm, in my 50s now, and if I could have done this when I was early 20s, you know, right out of school, and, you know, before a really solid, committed relationship, it would have changed my life for the better, just relationship-wise, not only with a wife, but just everybody involved, you know, family, co-workers. It would have changed everything for me as far as how I dealt with people. I think it just would have been, you know, a positive thing to have at a younger age than I am now. I'm completely grateful that I'm doing this now. But if I look back, I would love to have done this 20 years ago.
I say the same thing.
You know, that you can't go back. But yeah.
Nope, it happens when it's supposed to happen. It's that simple.
Right.
So I want to thank you, Mike, and keep doing what you're doing, okay? And for anyone else that is interested in joining the program, just go to gojuneedward.com and schedule a call after the webinar. Okay?
Absolutely.
Thank you again, Mike.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You as well.
All right, thanks. Bye.
I'll talk to you soon. Bye.